Got some phone calls coming in. Just trying to get started here. But it's a wonderful Friday afternoon here in San Antonio. Spiritualist Joseph, the psychic in San Antonio, coming live to you on Facebook and on YouTube. So every now and then you're going to see me look down and look up and look this way and that way. Got two different cameras staring at me. One gives a really nice picture, and one makes me look like I'm the ghost of Christmas past. I'm as big as one. Huh. Could be Santa in the play, huh? But anyway, welcome, and I appreciate all of you that have come in and become part of the audience. Looking forward to today's session. It is Friday, December the 3rd. We'll also talk about birthdays and what's out there for you today and what's coming down the road. It's always great to have newcomers, and I see I have a couple of new people here today. Welcome, welcome. Spiritualist Joseph, psychic in San Antonio. I'm well known around the country and in a couple of other countries as well. Even in the Philippines, I have a couple of friends over there. Actually, my brother's friends, but brother's friends are my friends. I'll accept that. And without any other interruptions, hopefully my phone doesn't ring. I wish I could turn that part off. I'm using that camera for Facebook, but I can't. So a little more of the intro. I've got some Christmas music playing in the background for us. I was out hanging Christmas decorations out front today. Emails give me a hard time, but I want to be able to see my Gmail in case somebody sends me a question. The answer. Get signed in. That way, if you want to send me a question, I'll be able to reply to you right away. I was thinking I had scheduled it for 1:30, and then I saw my notes. I had scheduled it online for 1 o'clock. So I do apologize. As I get better on this, all right, we're all good to go. I got my email up and running. So if you want to send me an email, we're good to go there. And I tend to put the echo on because that way I can tell that my speaker is cooperating with me, or my mic, not my speaker. Got my coffee here today as well. Hello. That put my trusty ring on. My mother gave me on my 50th birthday. It's very important. So welcome to all of you. I have a couple of short stories I'm going to tell. I did have a question. A lady told me that go ahead and mention her name on my broadcast today, and she will be watching. I don't see her signed in yet, but she may be watching at a later time. She sent me an email. She's been having a hard time with a family member, and I really don't want a whole lot of facts when you send me a question or anything. And she did it the right way. My thoughts for you is this particular family member is struggling with something in her life. You're going to have to find a way to gain her trust. Because I'm picking up something medical. And even though you didn't tell me, I'm picking up that it's your mother. It's not nothing critical or life-threatening, but it is scaring her. And she's scared to tell you and your family because she doesn't want to make you worry. You got to help her understand that whatever it takes, you got to get her to understand that she needs you all there. Try not to be pushy when you talk to her. Try not to be demanding. Because myself as a parent, sometimes when I don't feel good or things are not quite right, I kind of wait. I want to make sure that there's something really wrong with me. Of course, sometimes I wait too long and I wind up in the emergency room. But that's the problem. A lot of times, we the adult, the elders or the elders, parents, grandparents, we don't want to be that trouble. We don't want to be the ones giving you the trouble. We don't want to be the ones that are pain in the ass. You know, we were there for you when you were little. Or they were there for us. Parents, they want to be the ones to help you. We have to realize, as seniors, grandparents, great grandparents, that there comes a time to where the shoes are on the other foot. And as much as we want to be the ones in control, you have to give in to the young ones that will be there. So, if I'm wrong on what I picked up, you let me know. That's what I'm picking up. Your mother, you're concerned about, and you have every right. Definitely has a situation in her life, not a love situation. It is a physical. And it isn't life threatening. I'm not picking up. It could turn into that, I guess, if you don't take care of it. Right now, it's something that could be corrected. And he just needs to understand that, hey, you, as mother, you, as daughter, I'm picking up, you have two daughters of your own. Granddaughters and yourself are there for you. Not to be afraid. Not to be embarrassed. Sounds like a very independent person. When you go in there, and again, don't be demandful, don't be spiteful, don't whatever's going on out there, just be there. We're there for us. 99% of the time, very rare that they're not. There are those cases. In most cases, mothers are there sometimes more so than you want them. As much as you were there for us, we want to be there for you. Let us we do. You know something's wrong. It's outlook on things, attitude is different. You notice the difference. Please share with us. Like that use. So good luck with that. And all of you out there that are listening to the show, pray for her. Brother, things work out. God bless you. Till next time. And do let us know how it worked out. Everything will be all right. What she has is not life. Just a matter of her letting y'all in. Be part of that. That's it. Let's get on down. Any other questions? Anybody can send in a question. You can email me at Psychic Joseph. Email Psychic Joseph, capital SATX @gmail.com. they can send me a message right here on Facebook Live right now, and I'll answer you right back. And let me know if you want me to give you a reply right back onto the screen while we're talking, or if you'd rather me just email you later. Not too hard on the text. Do either one. And again, the reason I look up and down is because I got YouTube on the bottom, Facebook on there, two more over there. Actually, three. Big cameras, two cell phones. Two more goes to the Philippines. And, some of our brother's friends are out there, and they come in later and they watch. Let them come in fairly early and watch what I'm doing. And, you know, it's like, it's just like 4 or 5 in the morning. And one guest that was on here a few days back, she was just coming in from a night out. She sings, oh, beautiful voice. She sings. Maybe one day I can get her to join in and sing for us. So come on in. Let me know what's on your mind, and let's talk about it. If you have any pointers as to how I can make my program more interesting or more appealing to you, please feel free. I'm wearing this shirt because it's special. I am a Episcopalian, and in 2004, we had our 100th convention, 100 year convention. I got to be there. We installed our new bishop, all grand deal. Many people from all over the country were there, well, all over Texas, Southwest. Anyway, I worked as an usher and answered questions to my church, and they gave me this shirt, so I thought I'd wear it. It's been hanging in the closet. Well, it's just set. Nice way to use it. It's a gift from the church. And I was trying to be Christmassy, but when I grabbed the tie, I thought it was a little more purple. But once I got under the light, it was better, and I thought, hey, it's great. Maybe make you laugh. Red, purple, yellow, white snowman. Maybe it'll tickle you pink. You didn't have to push that button, Rick. My nephew, Rick. I used to play with him. The other day, I made a comment. And, what was it you did? Don't do that. This is horrible. What? Stop it. I'm going to get up and just give them a good one. That's what I'll do. Well, happy birthday out there for Sagittarius, some of the bird today. We're going to go over that a little bit. And also, want to start sharing some other things with you about your month, your stone, and what your planets are and everything as we get into the show. Yes, I am a psychic. Yes, I would like to sit here and say, call me and give me a couple of dollars and make some money off you and act all silly. I guess I'm too realistic for that. I've never been a real comic person. I try to be. I've never really been a comic. Storytelling is great. And I like telling the events that have happened in my life because they're true. And as you saw when I interviewed my ancestors, it was true. Now, I don't know if I told this particular story. I think I did. Let's see. I'm trying to find one of my stories that That was kind of a long one. I really should write down what stories I've told. I'll share this one with you. I'll share this one. This one took place when I lived in Houston with my first wife. 1979. I lived in Pasadena, but I worked out in North Houston. That's when I worked in those twin buildings. They were called atrium buildings. And it was fall. I remember I would get off at 5:30. By the time I hit 610 north out there and cut across 69, head back in 45 either one. I never hit traffic. I was always going against traffic. I'm going in, everybody's coming out. I'm coming out, they're going in. They're working at the Houston. It worked out beautiful. I actually got on faster than people who lived right close to there because I was always going against traffic. But I had to go over the Ship Channel Bridge. Great. If you're ever been to Houston, it's a great big bridge. It's channel. And I remember that as I was coming up, the incline was pretty good, pretty high. Bridges, I think they still have it. There was a gooseneck trailer in front of me with two large forklifts, and of course, a dually truck pulling it. But I got in behind it, and I had one of those little daydreams, visions, or whatever you want to call it, premonition, that last forklift come popping off of there, hitting me right in front of my little pickup. I had the 72 Toyota that I had rebuilt. I bought it cheap, only had 27,000 miles on it. The young man that owned it died in Vietnam, and the parents parked in the back. I opened it up, still all the paperwork, and everything was still in the glove box when he bought it. He never made it back to Vietnam. So I bought it, restored it, and I was using it to come home from work that night. And I had that vision. So I looked around. Hello, Jana. I looked around and telling a story when I lived in Houston in 1979, going up the old Ship Channel Bridge up there. And the vision that this pickup, this trailer in front of me had forklifts on the back, and the one on the very end come loose and slid off the back, rolled off that gooseneck trailer, landed on its side, and I hit it. With that, I trust my visions, I trust my sight. I looked as fast as I could to either side of my pickup. To the left was the clearest side, scooted over. And just as I passed the dually that was pulling it, I heard the loudest doggone noises and brakes, and I looked back. There was a guy in another pickup, a big pickup, tailgate. And as soon as I moved, he got in right behind that truck. That forklift came on. I listened to the news that night. The man survived. But the strap that he had holding that forklift for the chain wasn't secure, and it worked itself loose. And the weight shifted and forced the other one to bust. And the gate in the back of that trailer, the pickup gate, did not hold. Come down, and the guy was tailgating him. That's why people shouldn't tailgate trucks with loads or anything. Things can happen. Not only did he hit that forklift, thank God he was in a bigger pickup himself. Mine, I probably got killed. And then a couple cars behind him, trying to avoid hitting him, hit each other, and it just created a big mess. But it happened that quick. Now, sometimes when I see something, it doesn't happen till down the road. It could be a year. That one happened quick. So again, I have people ask me, how do you see this? How do you know that? How does a psychic clairvoyant get this? Where does it come from? I want to say the Almighty Lord, God, Father. I have no idea. So you know that I don't worship anything but God. I'm the devil. So, and sometimes out there, you'll do something, and you'll say, "Oh, deja vu. Seems like I've done this before." No, you had a premonition somewhere down the road, maybe when you were younger, or maybe a few days earlier. You used to, and it happened. But what happened is you didn't listen. We all have it. But some of us wake up to it. Some of us. Hope your family's doing well, Jenna. Welcome in. Invite a friend. Be sure and hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and hit the bell. Do send some friends in. If you have any questions, email me. Type them in on Facebook. I can give you an answer if you want right then, or I can email it to you. Whatever you do, don't put your phone number or anything like that on Facebook. I prefer you either call me at 210-607-7319 or email Psychic Joseph SATX at gmail.com. Now that was a quick story because it happened and finished quick. But talking about Pasadena and talking about the bridge, I want to say it was the summer or the spring of 1980. And actually, it was into the school year here in San Antonio. My ex-wife's younger sister, and I can't say their names because I don't have their permission. We'll go forward and I'll tell the story. I got to work, and my sister-in-law, where she was married to my boss. Funny how that works out. But anyway, very, very nice young lady she was. She comes in and she says, "Look, our younger sister graduated, and well, we went to graduation. But anyway, she graduated. She's going to come to Houston for a few days." They still had Astro World, which is kind of like the Texas Park here in San Antonio. In fact, everything they had there they brought over here for Six Flags San Antonio. But at that time, it was Astro World in Houston, and she was going to come up and bring one of her friends. And they were going to pick her up and bring her to the office there, where we're at on the north side, like north part of the airport. Fly in. They would follow us home, spend the night with us, and then that way she'd go to Astro World and then come back home and stay with us. Go out to my wife's sister's house, which ended up the next day. And the day went by, and they just come to me and they said, "Look, instead of her riding home with you, the company had a Chevette. Probably many of you don't know what that is, but it was a compact Chevrolet that came out with when the fuel prices in the Carter years. And if she's going to take the Chevette, her and her little friend are going to ride, they're going to follow her. He said, don't lose it. There are no cell phones. I had a CB in my pickup. There's nothing for that. And she'll follow you to your house. And that way they can have the party used. They'll follow you in tomorrow. Please don't let her drive. don't want to get up there. Oh, fine. Brown says, what do you mean you're going to let me take the car? And her sister, oh, her husband said, thank you for safe. High school was a rough city. He was a little upset about it, I guess, something to that effect. Well, at 5 o'clock, I got everything taken care of, and I went into the office and I said, are you ready to go? Yeah, we asked the car for her. She's got the keys. In fact, she's sitting out there listening to the radio. Just make sure you don't get ahead of her and lose her. I said, no, go the speed limit, but I'll keep my eye on. My eyes on. This is my pickup, that little Toyota I was speeding about. And we head home. Well, I decided not to go 610 to the Ship Channel Bridge because that got pretty heavy and a lot of traffic that way at that time. Once you get inside 45, it was pretty well just straight shot till I got 610 on the other end and cut across 25. Now, I'm driving my pickup. I had soda about sip. I looked in the mirror. And I could see her back there, and I waved, and I looked in the mirror, and she waved back. I used to paying attention. I wanted to make sure I did not just jabberjaw and not paying attention where I'm going. She's back there keeping up with me, and I didn't go fast. I was doing the speed limit back to 55. Stay alive. But anyway, I want to say we were getting close to downtown. Always a lot of construction. So again, I look back to make sure she's there. Now, when I turn around, I had my vision, my niche, my date, whatever you want. I'm going to call her Mary because I don't want to use her real name. I don't have their permission to use their name. I will tell the story because it did happen. I saw her running up to me, grabbing me by the shoulder, calling me by my given name. They called me Bob, not Bobby, not Robert or Rob, Bob. Bob, look at my sister's car. Her husband is going to kill me. Look at the car. It's total. They're going to hate me. Oh, she was just going on. Kind of dipped back and I could see the car was destroyed. And whoa. So I looked back in the mirror and I see her and I waved again and she waved back. And this time she was kind of, what was that about? So we get home and in Pasadena safely. I'm scared. My wife, my ex-wife, comes through the door, and of course that's her baby sister. And I had my younger brother, John, and, my younger sister, Janie, and they were there for the weekend as well. School had finished for them, so we were going to keep them for a couple of weeks or a week and bring them back to San Antonio. And we bring her sister in and her friend, and her friend was Castro, I think. But my ex comes up to me and says, well, my older sister wants you to talk to her. She knows she's upset. She wants to take the car and go by herself as a friend. She wants you to talk to her and explain to her that their only concern is that this is Houston and it can be a dangerous place if you don't know the area. Well, I went in to the me speak to Mary. Yeah, Bob. Look, I know you'd rather drive the car. I know you know how to drive, but it's not San Antonio. It's not Castro. It's not Helotes. It's Houston. You have many different people here. Some are unforgiving. Some are nice. Some aren't. So your big sister worries that something could happen to you. They don't worry about the car. They worry about you and your friend. They always call me for you something. You know, something to that effect. That may not be the exact words, but I was trying to explain to her the importance of what I felt. Yeah, but she come back at me like very upset. I've been trying for years. Well, it's not up to me. I was told your sister, my wife, ex-wife, needs to drop me off. And, we're planning on dropping. If you're going, if you don't mind, maybe my baby sister and brother go with you. And, you know, enjoy the night. That'd be okay. They can go with us. But I want to go to the party. So I can draw you a map to get you. Just follow it. Pay attention to what you're doing, like you were when you come in here. But you got to talk to your sister. You got to talk to your older sister. Their company car. If she tells me, tells your sister, my ex, listen, take the car. Let her take the car. Make sure she has phone number. So she did. She called her and then talked to me. So I go to the phone. Ma'am, just make sure she has money, a good map, and all the phone numbers for everybody. Yours, brother, her brothers, the ones that live there, passing far from me. And, as many numbers she could have in case something goes wrong, she could reach somebody. I really don't think it's a good idea. Because I started thinking about the vision I'd had earlier on the highway. I said, I'd rather take them. This way I know they get there safe and they get back safe. What's wrong? I said, don't. You know Houston. Traffic around here is unforgiving. No, let her take the car. I said, well, my brother and sister are going to go with them. Well, that'd be good. At least they won't be all by themselves. I'll make sure that they have phone numbers. And again, I'm going to say I don't remember all the exact words, but that is the gist of it. I was concerned because of the fishing. So my ex-wife looked at me. She was too thrilled about them going in the car, but she called her sister. Well, no, we're going to let it go in the car. So we did. My ex and I had supper. Park closes at, I think, 11:30 after fireworks. It was about, I want to say, between 2:30 and 3 o'clock. I snapped. It may have been 2 o'clock. I sat up. I woke up. Boom. And all of a sudden, I sat up. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, I don't know. So I jumped up, grabbed my robe, ran to the guest room. I went to the living room. Nobody. Looked out the front door. Nobody out. Phone started ringing. My ex grabbed it. Standing there, and I got this shield on my back. Are you serious? And I do remember the words. Are you serious? When? Where? Hold on. Let me ask Bob. Bob, you know where Fannin Road is? By the park? Yeah. That's where that clinic is that you and I go to, remember? Albright Clinic, whatever it is. Okay. You'll be there in a few. So I slipped on my tennies, slept in gym shorts. So I just put a t-shirt on and grabbed my wallet and stuff. It was warm. She did the same and we took off. I took off. We went in our new car. We had a 1983. Off. We got there in a few seconds. Man, pulled up, parked, had to park across the street. What had happened? There was a light. They both said, both the one she had the accident with, her, said that they both had a green light. Maybe, I don't know, but it was a city bus, transit bus. Hit that little citation. And we pull up. We had to park across the street. Cops were there, EMS, and what have you. We're starting to walk toward where they were at. Barely got to the corner. Her wife's little sister, called her Mary. She was running across the street, and I thought she was going to grab my ex and give her a hug. She throws her arms around me. She said, look at the car. Bob, look at the car. My sister is going to kill me. Her husband's going to kill me. They're going to hate me. They're never going to trust me again. Stuff like that. But I heard those exact same words the day before on the way home. Her throwing her arms around me, telling me that they were going to kill her because she loved me. I saw it. What, 6, 8 hours before it happened. I was just glad that they were all okay. My sister still complains that she hurt her back that day. She went to the doctor. She did. And the bus driver that hit her insists he had a green light. But my brother, Brother John was pretty smart. He said, no, the guy had a red light. He had a green light. I should have went to court on him. They did. Insurance paid the bus company. That's the way it is. So, there again, where does it come from? How do you see it? Since we are in 1980, it's a tough time. I got something I want to share with you. If I can find it. Hold on, bear with me, and I'll let you hear this song. what I was trying to do is going to share a story, show you the picture of what happened in 1980. But we'll leave it at that for now. We'll change back to Mother Mine. Testing, testing. All right. The year's 1980, and actually that deal with my sister-in-law, yeah, it was 1980. We had decided to move back to San Antonio. My wife's job gave her an opportunity to be how's that? Is that better? Awesome. They gave her an opportunity to move back to San Antonio and be a manager or assistant manager at a drugstore here in New Braunfels. So we came down that Mother's Day weekend, not only to see her mother and my mother, but also to see if we could find a place to move to if she got that job. Transfer. It was going to be a pretty good paycheck, assistant manager for Neckar's drugs department. And so we came down that Mother's Day weekend. We had my daughter. My oldest daughter was like 2 years old at the time. And we got here on a Friday night, I believe it was. And that Saturday morning, or maybe Friday morning we got here. But that Saturday morning, my younger sister, her first name was Annie, come to the bedroom when we were sleeping. We stayed at my mother's, and the next night we were going to stay at her mother's. We kind of split it up, so neither one of us get our feelings hurt about where we're staying. And she wakes me up. She said, Bob, or Bobby, I woke up late for work and I missed my ride. Can you give me a ride? What time is it? It's 6 o'clock. I said, all right, fine. Let's go. Let me get up. Okay. I said, no, you got to get out of the room. Let me get up. Oh, so she left the room and I put some shorts on of some kind, my tennis shirt, and washed my face and grabbed my wallet and stuff. And I looked over my ex and told her I'll be back. I'm going to my sister's work. And we got ready to go out the door. She says, if you'll stop by the convenience store down at the end here where you used to work, I'll buy us a taco and I'll buy you some coffee. I said, no, that'll work. The coffee will work and I'll take the taco. No problemo. $19.80. Mother's Day, so it was May. I didn't know where she worked, so I said, well, where we're going? She said, oh, just go down and hit Sasmore, make a left, and we'll go down before you hit 410, the outer loop, or the loop. There's a small road there, Ashby. Make a right. There's a nursing home down in there, and that's where I work. It's a little dark, or I'd walk. I said, I'll let you walk. So anyway, I get her there. I mean, we got the taco and the coffee and what have you. And we get there, and I looked over at her, and she's getting ready to climb out the door. And she says, thank you. I said, no, thank you for the coffee stuff. Don't walk home if you need a ride. Page me, because I carried a pager. Didn't have a cell phone, but I carried my pager. And sound to it. I gave her, asked her if she had my pager numbers. Yeah. So I'll page you. That's whatever you do. Wherever I'm at, I'll come get you. Don't you dare walk from this place. And she turned around, she come around, she's headed up to the door. And for a split second, or a minute, or whatever, there it comes. I heard this voice, Bobby. And he's dead. And he died. Bobby, and he's dead, and he died last night. I got choked up and I yelled at her, Annie Mae. She was just reaching for Annie Mae. She stopped. She come running. What's wrong? I said, you be sure and call me. You call me if you need a ride. Don't you dare walk home. Whatever you do, please be. She said, well, I wanted to ask you if y'all were going to go out dancing tonight. Back then, all our friends would get together and we'd go country dancing. And either Man's Hoedown, Silver Saddle, Golden Stallion, Man's Hoedown, or Hilltop. Our favorite, of course, was Golden Stallion out there off Ackerman Road. Long gone. All these places are gone now. But I said, if we do, yeah, you can go with us. All right. Well, I want to go. Okay. If we go, I'll let you know. Well, she went in and we found a house. We went out and found a house in Cibolo, just out between San Antonio and New Braunfels. We made arrangements to move in July. I gave my notice at work. They were happy for my ex that she was going to get that position. It meant good money, and I made good money where I was at. But I had my old job. I went and talked to my old boss there at the Picnic Foods. Yeah, come back. You know what? I got you a job. You're not going to be a store manager. I need a good district manager. So, wow. I'm coming back to a better paying position. Wow. I hated giving up that job over there because it was probably 3 times the money I was going to be making here for less work. I mean, I worked, but it wasn't as hard. The hours off every Friday, Saturday. I mean, every Saturday, Sunday, all holiday. Convenience store, grocery store, you don't get holidays, and definitely don't get weekends all the time. But I did get a bonus on 7 stores. You know, it balanced out. One still wouldn't reach what I was making in Houston, but I wanted my wife or ex-wife to get her career going. So we left and we came back to San Antonio, moved into the house in Cibolo, and that was in July of 1980. I went back to work for the convenience store. And she went to work in New Braunfels at the liquor drugs. When in December, I remember, I kept getting a page on my company page. My sister was working at with the company under my brother, and no, she wasn't working with us. She was calling the pager, and I couldn't tell if she was saying Bobby or Tom, my brother Tommy. Call 227 help. Help. What the hell? And I kept trying to call it, and what's going on? Finally, that evening, I called my brother. He said, oh, she was calling me to call where she worked. She worked on the crisis line, 227 help, and, for the youth or anyone that might be having a crisis where they may be contemplating killing themselves. Anyway, she was going to go out that night, and it was December the 13th, 1980. And get home, and my ex-wife says, "Hey, would you mind if we pick up my grandma and my mom, take them to supper?" No. She said, "Maybe we could go to that new mall, that Winter Park Mall was a brand new mall out to the northeast side of town. It was en route for us. We lived out that way, but anyway, she said, sure, whatever, you know." So we went and picked up her mother and her grandmother, and we took her to a steakhouse. I forget the name of it. It used to be everywhere. They had the great baked potato covered in salt. Oh, Sizzler was the name of it. Yeah, Sizzler. You're right. It was Sizzler. So we went there. We ate, had a good time, made a fool of myself. My ex-mother and grandmother-in-law, they had come out with this new hot steak sauce. I asked the gentleman if they had it. I said, "Do you have the new Leon Paris steak sauce?" And her grandmother's just sitting there looking at me with a big old smile. She goes, "You're going to do it, aren't you?" I said, "Excuse me? You're going to do it, aren't you? You're going to do what that guy does on television, aren't you?" I hadn't thought about it, but I jumped up with that steak sauce and I looked at her. "Have you tried this? Have you put this on your steak? This is delicious." I walked over to a couple of tables and did it. My mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, and my ex-wife were trying to crawl under the table, but her sweet grandmother was just cracking up. She was having a blast. She just thought that was funny enough, and that's what I did it for. Of course, everybody around me thought I was complete enough, but I don't give a damn. I made that woman laugh for a good while. But after that laughter, I started feeling funny. I started feeling nervous. I started feeling anxious. I started getting scared. Something bad, something wrong, something going on somewhere, and I could not grab hold of myself. I was nervous. I looked at my ex-wife. I said, "We got to go." "Yeah, I know it's getting late. I got to work tomorrow. And you got what? Mom and grandma." I said, "I thought they wanted to go to the mall." And her grandma said, "Yeah, we want to go check out their Santa Claus supposed to show up tonight." It was still early. It was about 8:30, I guess. I said, "We can drive over there. You know, it's fine." But I'm feeling horrible. It's a nightmare. I remember, like it was yesterday, we were driving over there. My ex looks at me, "What's wrong with you?" So I had one of those visions, you know. "Oh, no. And my ex mother-in-law, grandmother-in-law, looks across us. "What's wrong?" No, when he gets these visions or senses things, they always seem to happen. He sees something and it happens. And he's having one of these. So I hope it's not about us. No, I can't place who it is. So we get to to the mall, we go in, and I'm losing it. I am literally losing it. You would think I had just took acid or something. I would have, oh. So we're going to this new store called Burlington's. They're walking around. So my ex-wife called me over there and says, "Here's $20. Why don't you go see a movie? Go watch a movie. When we're done, we'll pay you. Or better yet, go get some quarters and call your stores. Call your mom. Make sure they're all okay. Maybe something's wrong with one of your stores. You know?" I said, "I do have my little black book. I'll do that." So I went to the theater, and right across the theater, there were 5 payphones. So I got some quarters, and I got my little book out, started calling all my stores. "Hey, how's it going? Anything going on?" "Oh, everything's good, Mr. Sheldon. Everything's good. Everything's good. We're fine. Blah, 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 blah." Damn. So I called my mother. She worked at a different division, but she worked at the store as well. I said, Mom, everything going okay? Yeah. And then it hit me. Where's Annie Mae? Oh, she went out on a date or something. I don't know. She might be at the house. I was just wondering, what's wrong? I said, I just nervous. Ah, mijo, don't go there. I said, no, just call the house. So I called, and one of my younger brothers, I don't know if it's John or Norm or one of them answered. I asked him where everybody was at. Everybody's accounted for, I think, except for Norm. No, Norma was with a friend. And Anime had just left on a date with my cousin and her sister. No, just my cousin. They had a double date. God, I could not get rid of this feeling. Well, we left the mall. We took her. Her grandmother decided to stay with her mom out there in the west side of town, there by her Casterville. So we're driving home. 35 and 410 on the north end is all tore up. They're redoing the whole thing. On the east westbound lane, they've got it dug down 30 foot. And I noticed the morning before when I went to work, I would come in from Cibolo and I would have to turn and go west to go to Parambital, where the corporate office was, where I have to go and sign in, do paperwork, and then I could go out to my division and give everybody a hard time. And I noticed that the barricades, as you come from up under, you had to go under the railroad tracks and come up, and the barricades were right there. And you had to swing to the right away, or you'd clip them. And I thought that's dangerous. Well, we just get ready to pass that area up on the top, and my wife, ex-wife, goes, "Look, it's not even Christmas, and people out there having wrecks already." And I sat up. I said, "Yeah, probably some drunks or something, you know. Shouldn't drink and drive." We went home. But as we passed that wreck, it was like I was trying to have a heart attack. I'm like, and I started thinking of my sister. Oh my God. So we get home. My ex-wife says, "Do me a favor, we'll take you a cold shower and do something. I'm going to bed. I got to be up in a few hours." It was already midnight or less. I mean, later. I climbed in bed. I tossed and I turned. I tried to go to sleep. I tried. Finally, about 4:45, my ex-wife reached over and kicked me with her foot and said, "Get out of bed, please. You're not sleeping, but you're waking me up. Just get the hell out of bed." Got up, went in and shaved, got cleaned up, went in the kitchen, put the coffee on, got my briefcase, got my store log out, had to log my calls every morning, start calling the stores, make sure that the managers are there ready to open and see what they may need for the day, get their sales, and so forth. And there was a Sunday, matter of fact, it was a weekend. It was Sunday morning. I was on call for the other division stores. So I had 14 stores to check in on that morning. So I got the coffee ready, had my new shirt and tie on, ready to go. And I got my briefcase and everything set up, my notebook, my list of phone numbers that I need to call. And exactly 1 minute to 6, the phone starts ringing. It's hanging on the wall. I'm standing right there. Bidding, 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 bidding. I'm standing over here, and my heart's going, boom, 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 boom. My ex-wife comes running there, and she says, "Answer the blinking phone. You're standing right there. Answer the phone, why don't you?" She grabs it. "Oh, yeah, he's standing right here. Hold on." I looked at her in tears, and I said, "I don't want it. I don't want it. You have to take this call. You have to take this call. All right. I said, give it to me. I took the call. I remember what I told you that happened that Mother's Day, the words I heard. I just didn't know the voice. But in that voice, I heard the word. The girl on the bottom to this one here is my sister Annie Mae. This one right here is my sister Annie Mae. The words I heard Mother's Day rung out. Bobby, Annie's dead. Annie died last night. Annie's dead. There's my sister Lucy. There's her voice. Hi Ray, how you doing? Welcome aboard. We're almost done, but welcome. I like the heart. Let me know what you think of the program. The exact words, word for word, and the voice, being my younger sister Lucy. I was beside myself. The oldest of my sisters, but my baby sister, was in that car that we saw under the bridge on 35 and 410. And we made those comments, not knowing that she was laying under that Volkswagen. My ex-wife did look at me and she said, now you know. Strangest thing though, when she sent me to the movies after I made those calls, I forgot to say this part while I was in there. Everything was about death. Every movie was about death. And I caught a zombie movie. And there's this man and woman running down the beach and they run into a straw hut. And they shut the shutters and they shut the door. And one of the zombies forces the shutter open on the window and he's trying to hold it and the thing pulls him out and kills him. And the woman pushes the table against the door, trying to hold the door to keep him from coming in. It reached through the straw and grabs the woman, brings her down on the table and breaks her neck. When her head landed on her chest, I saw her. I saw my sister. I already knew that that's where the trouble was going to be. But I didn't know it was going to be that quick. She got into an argument with her boyfriend in the back seat. They came around that curve, according to the driver. Poor guy went to jail for drinking and driving and involuntary manslaughter. But he turned to try to stop him from fighting, according to my cousin and him. And when he turned around, he hit that barricade, knocked him into the other barricade, forced him off into the cliff there that went into the bottom of 410. The car rolled and she fell out. Now, someone else said she was asleep, and the reason she flew out because she was asleep and didn't have her seatbelt on. I don't know. I do know that a few short months after I heard those words, I was able to put the voice together. Now, you can say what you want about a psychic. You can say what you want about a clairvoyant. But if you have never lived through an incident where you see what's going to happen and it happens to a family member, you don't have the right to open your mouth. You don't have the right to call them a fraud until you can prove them a fraud. And I'll go toe to toe with anyone. I'm not a fraud. I saw my sister, I heard my sister, and it came to pass. You have a family member out there, keep them close to you all the time. Remember, you never know what your last word's going to be. Here today, gone tomorrow. Here right now, gone in a second. With that said, my time's coming to close here. It is December the 3rd. And happy birthday to each and every one of you Sagittarius that were born today, December the 3rd. Everybody, a big applause for a happy birthday. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. Happy birthday. Well, if you were born today, you should embrace your experiences and all your experience. Embrace it. Be strong about it. You're big about direction. You give directions, you take directions, you follow directions. The line is straight. I'm going that way. You won't deviate. That's who you are. And in your heart, your thoughtfulness. You're the kind of person that will stop and help someone no matter what. If you feel that person needs help or something needs to be done for somebody, that's who you are. Oh, you're short a dime, I got a dime. Short a quarter, here's a quarter. Your thoughtfulness. So embrace it. That's who you are. Do avoid volubious romances. Those things are no bueno. They might be whopping good right now, but they don't last. And they're not that great. Let me just straighten that out a little bit. So avoid that. Avoid your moodiness. That moodiness brings you down. And it just brings that to the other people around you, and they get the same thing. They start feeling moody. So avoid moodiness. Avoid being too belligerent. It's just part of your nature, but try to avoid it, especially today on your birthday. Now, just so you know, you share this birthday with a race car driver, Tommy Olson. How about that? The novelist Joseph Conrad, film director Jane LeCord, and cinematographer Savine Novestic. Novestic. Sounds Polish to me, but hey. And then you also share with the composer Neo Rito. R-O, no, Neil Rota. R-O-T-A. Rota. Actors Gilbert Stewart. Wonder if he was any kin to James Stewart. And singer Andy Williams. Figure skater champion Katharina Wyatt. All born on the same day as yourself. So you've got some good people out there born on your day. Make it a great day, and I hope it has been filled with love and that you have many, many more. And know this, that before the day's out, you're going to get some fabulous news today. Run with it. There's a thing about the man or woman uh, born on this day, Sagittarius 3rd, being able to make a living doing whatever you love to do. It is a priority to do the thing you love to do. In your lives, those of you born on December the 3rd, these folks, you work very hard to achieve your goal and in the range of your goals. You work hard to get there, and you work long to get there. You're an achiever, and you won't take it for less. Yet, you may have problems with the short term. Short term things, they blow your mind and set you off. You're out of it. This ain't going to work. I need something that's going to be, that I can see there's something going to be at the end of the road for me. Exactly what I'm saying. This is because you have to see the big picture and understand the details. You don't care for the small stuff. You want to know what's it. Like I said, at the end of the road, the book says you want to see the big picture. You want to be able to see what the outcome is going to be, and that's we. Maybe challenging. It may be challenging for a person, woman or man, born on the 3rd, but to achieve success on a personal level, it is in your professional lives that you achieve it. In your professional life, you will achieve these goals because of that need to be long term and to be able to see that at the end of the road will be my pot of gold. May not have billions of dollars, but it will have the outcome you want. And you will not settle for less. So Sagittarius, on the 3rd, happy birthday. And may you have many more. And those of you out there that are listening, go out and buy you a $5 scratcher. You might win some. Christmas is around the corner. Keep your families close. Remember, they're all important to you. Wherever they're at, whatever they're doing, make sure you let them know that you're thinking of them somehow, some way. I have family members that don't talk to me anymore, but I pray for them, and I hope that they're doing well. It's okay. They're still my family, and I don't wish ill on them. It's their choice. I have many friends that I love very dearly, like brothers and sisters. And I look for the Lord to be there with each and every one of you. My friends here on the screen, in the audience. Think of family. We got so much negativism around us. Everywhere you go, this new woke bull crap. That's not French, by the way, it's English. It's what it is. This country was built on being an individual. Years ago, when they told me my kid had to wear a uniform to school, I looked at my dad. He was still alive. I said, what are we going to be, China or Russia now? He said, that's socialism, and it's coming. You can't be an individual. Everybody has to look like each other. He says communism, socialism, it's coming. May not come while I'm alive. Beware. But while we can still say, Merry Christmas, I will say it. And I hope you will too. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And God bless. I am sending you applause. Good day. Sorry about that. You on YouTube. This is the end of the day. It's time to say good night, and hope to see you on Monday at 1:30. Good day.